Good afternoon, students. I hope you are well. I hope you have studied the previous chapter. So today we will continue our chemistry lessons. Now we will start lesson number 8. Okay. So now we have finished. We have finished this chapter. Okay, chapter 19. So I will give you, as usual, of course, as I do always. Okay. After each chapter, I give you a study guide and we solve it together in order for you to understand. Okay. So let's start together. So chapter 19 study guide about the oxidation reduction reactions. So look at the first question. He's asking, during oxidation, now we said what is oxidation before. It is loss of electrons. One or more electrons are removed from a substance, which increases its what? Okay, in oxidation increases what? Okay, I will give you a second to guess. Okay, it increases its oxidation number. Okay, we said in oxidation, the oxidation number increases. So, question number 2. The oxidation number of fluorine in a compound is always, now we said the fluorine is the strongest electronegative atom. So the oxidation number of fluorine is, you see, B here, -1. Okay, so let's continue. Question number 3. Now you have this reaction. So he's asking, balance it. Okay, so I gave you before many balanced many equations and I asked you to balance it. So this one also another example for you. So I will give you a second to guess. Sorry, to solve the question, not to guess. I will give you and then I will say the answer. So the answer is D. Okay, the answer is D. Okay, here to balance this equation. So question number 4 now. During a redox reaction, redox, so you have a reduction and oxidation. The oxidation numbers of the oxidizing agent. Now remember, what is the oxidizing agent? It is the element or a compound that a reduction process happened on it. So in reduction, what happens to the oxidation number? They decrease. See, A. The answer is A. Okay, you should know. I explained this before. So please, these questions are very important. So that's why we solve it together. As usually, we solve. After each chapter, we solve these study guides because they are very important. So now let's continue. Now, in the process of reduction, okay, now what happened? Electrons are lost, electrons are gained, protons are gained, or protons are lost. I think this one is easy. You should know. The answer is what? B. You see, electrons are gained. Okay, the electrons are gained in a reduction. This question is easy. Now, question number 6. The first step in the general plan for balancing redox equations is, what should we do? We write a half equation? No. So it's either C or D. What do you think? Adjusting the coefficients of half reactions? No. So the answer is C. Okay, the answer is C. We write the formula. Okay, then we try to balance it. But don't worry, as I told you before, I will give you the formula, then you start, okay, balancing. But of course, step 1, as I explained before in balancing redox equations, after I give you the formula, you write the ionic equation. This is step 1. So let's continue. Question 7. Now, in the general plan for balancing redox equations, once a half reaction has been written, to balance oxygen, what should we do? To balance oxygen, what should we do? So you have oxygen on one side, for example, on the left side. So what should you do? What should you do? On the right side, there is no oxygen. So what should we add? We learned this before when we solved. The answer is A. Water is added. Okay, water is added. And when we add water on the right side, for example, but on the left side there is no hydrogen, so we add H plus ions on the left side, the other side. We took this in the examples before when we solved the sample problems. Okay, so question 8. Now, in the general plan for balancing redox equations, once a half reaction has been written, to balance charge now, to balance charge, what should we do? we adjust the subscripts, the coefficients. Actually, no. The answer is D here. Electrons are added to the side having the greater positive net charge. Okay, I read this for you before. I explained it for you before, and I told you to highlight this sentence. It is very important. Okay, so let's continue. Now, in the general plan for balancing redox equations, once both half reactions have been written and balanced, so after I write the half reaction for oxidation, balance it, and the half reaction for reduction and balance it, what should I do? I combine? Yes, it's correct, but don't forget, read the others, because you have here both A and B. Let's read B. Cancel out anything common to both sides to half reactions? Yes, that's correct. So the answer is D, both A and B. Okay, so now question 11. What is the oxidation number of Mn in MnO4 minus? Okay, so uh, now for oxygen, okay, for oxygen, the oxidation number for oxygen, just one atom of oxygen, it is -2. Okay, so you have 4 atoms, so the whole is -8. Now the sum of the charge is -1, so the answer must be -1. You have here -8, so the oxidation number for Mn is what? It is obvious. The oxidation number is +7, so it will be +7 -8 yields, you see, sorry, not yields, equal -1 here. So the answer is D. Okay, +7. Okay, let's continue. What is the oxidation number? Cr in Cr2O7 2 minus. Now this is the same. Remember, all of this must equal -2. All of this must equal -2. For the oxygen, each atom -2. You have 7, so it will be -14. Now, here you have Cr2. He's asking, be careful, for Cr, not for Cr2. So here -14 equal -2. So Cr2 is -12. Sorry, +12. Cr2 is +12. But he wants just for the one Cr, so it is +6. So the answer is C. Okay, the answer is C. Now, question number 13. Which is the balanced equation for the oxidation of elemental magnesium by reaction with oxygen? Now remember, in a balanced equation, we don't write the electrons. So remove B. Here also, we don't write electrons. Remove C. And also, we remove it because it is oxidation. This one, gaining of electrons. So we remove B and C. So the answer either D or A. Easy. Just check the balance. You will find out that D is the answer. Okay? So I will show you the answers. Okay? Here, I will show you the answers. Okay? Here, you can see from 1 to 13. I chose only 13 questions. Okay? That's enough. Okay? That's enough for you. So here are the answers. Okay, so for the multiple choices. So let's continue now to another questions. Okay, another type of questions. Now, in the space provided, label each of the following half reactions as an oxidation half reaction or a reduction half reaction. So what is this, oxidation or reduction? You can see here, look, it is obvious. Okay, I will give you a second to think. Okay, this one, 29, it is what? Reduction. You see, gaining of electrons. Okay, so let's continue. I will give you another second also to think this one. What is this? It's obvious. Come on. It is reduction. Okay, this one, what do you think? It's also obvious. It is oxidation, loss of electrons. Okay, you see, look at the oxidation number. It has increased. So, in the space provided, write the oxidation numbers for each atom in the following compounds. So, for each atom, okay? So, for Ca, you write. For C, you write answer. For oxygen, so you can write for each oxygen, it is -2. Now, then, for carbon, how should you know for carbon? Come on, it's obvious. You can think. It's from calcium. So calcium, we know it is plus 2. So here, now the sum of the charge must be 0. So here, oxygen, each atom minus 2. O3, so it will be minus 6. Okay, minus 2 multiply 3, so minus 6. Okay, so calcium here plus 2. The whole must be 0. So carbon should be plus 4. Why? Plus 2, plus 4, plus 6. Oxygen minus 6, so all is equal 0. So for each atom, be careful. So you write calcium plus 2, carbon plus 4, oxygen minus 2. Okay, now this one, I will give you also a second to think of this one. FeNO3 by 2. Okay, I will give you a second to think. Fe, it is plus 2. Nitrogen, it is plus 5. Oxygen, it is minus 2. You can calculate. Okay, it's easy. Okay, so now this is the end of our lesson. Thank you.